Like, hello, my multifaceted people and mature minds. Welcome back to the Evolving Bros, a community of like minded individuals that are dedicated to learning, growing, and making the most out of your life, right? So, on today's episode, I want to talk about my journey into law and business school. This is something that I actually did keep private when I went into graduate school for many reasons, which I will share, and just how I did it with my career because I was also in school while also working full time and also all my entrepreneurial goals and how I was able to blend it all, right? So, just right off the bat, starting with my academic journey, I did start in as in healthcare, and I started with nursing, right? I got my RN in nursing just because, number one, I think it's so important that before someone even enters into the workforce, that they have some type of trades or skill in their hands because emergencies happen. So to me, it just made sense to get my associates in nursing and work as a nurse first until I kind of figure out what I want to do for the rest of my life or whether I want to grow in the world of nursing and move into being a nurse practitioner or anything in that world. So I did really spend a lot of time shadowing doctors, doing clinical research, because I really wanted to know whether or not I saw myself in healthcare. And actually, when I was doing clinical research, I got a lot of just insight from people saying that, girl, you are 100% corporate. And yes, I did kind of work corporate when I was a nurse, but not as much, just like I was like a little executive assistant, right? But people right away from my emails, even my nursing notes were like, you have to go into corporate. You are so professional. You have such a business mindset. This is you. And so what I did was that I went to get my bachelor's degree. I got a double degree in political science and in corporate communications, and I took a lot of internships, and that's where I was able to kind of find my relationship in corporate America, right? Whether it was HR, whether it was PR, finance, I had a lot of experience being able to know what fit me, right? And obviously, when you do this, I 100% believe that unless you really know what you want to do, I think you should take time working to identify before you go into graduate school. So it's people that told me to go to law school and business school. I had a feeling though, right? I really had a feeling. I just wasn't sure until I naturally was always talking to lawyers, naturally just really, being that my degree was political science, I was really around that world, naturally really flowed there and had just a really good insight into that world. And then I was able to be admitted in person in an Ivy League school, which I will talk about in another day, how I got into that school. And then I started my journey, right? Getting a JD and an MBA, which was a 5-year program. I just finished, I just came out of it. But how it worked was that just given the fact that I had a lot of years in corporate and given the fact that I went from political science and corporate communications, it really did it fast tracked my journey, even though it was 5 years, I believe, yeah, 5 years. But I also was able to have the opportunity to not just sit in class all day, but I was able to have hands on experience taking those classes, which is also a route that you can take in the worlds of academia, right? I think that people kind of don't expand their minds in how many ways you can get your degree, right? But I do want to tell you that there is a way to, when you're working, right? If you feel like this is your field, get your credits by actually doing your job, and you get so much more experience because whatever the professor is teaching, you are actually doing it, you are actually taking notes, and you are actually seeing the results of it, right? So that was my journey in academia. I did a lot of my credits in person at work, and I was was able to really, really not only finish my degree, right? I was also able to move up the rank because I was transferring everything I was learning in class into work. So it's like everybody was watching, like, wow, like she's really good at what she does. She's really good at what she's done because I had my professors helping me, right? So that is also a route. And I always tell people, if you are trying to bridge your career through academia, which I suggest, a lot of people, I just suggest it because you're getting so much help. You can literally talk to a guidance counselor, right? You can tell the guidance counselor, like me, I have a lot of entrepreneur goals. Look, on top of having a job, on top of being a nurse, I'm also an entrepreneur, and I'm still not 100% set on what I want to do in corporate and whether or not I want to stay in corporate, just because I was kind of like pushed into that world. And they will work with you. They will talk to you. They will discuss your goals. They will suggest things for you, and they will give you many options of how to go about it, right? They will also give you options of what degree to get that will better your chance in whatever arena you're going. And that's how I ended up being a lawyer and being a marketing officer, the chief marketing officer, right? Talking to my guidance counselor, telling them everything, whether it's I don't know what I'm doing, I have so many options, I don't know what I like, and explaining to them, like, look, in the end of the day, I really put my businesses top priority. I'm okay being a nurse. However, I just feel so called to this. I even talk to guidance counselors and they could tell you about my spiritual life, right? Take advantage of these advisors. I can tell them, like, look, I feel spiritually called to this world, right? Even though it's like not what I thought. I thought maybe I was going to be a nurse practitioner, be with a cute Tesla, or maybe be even like a neurosurgeon, right? Because healthcare was so simple to me. But it's like, I just know that this is my path. And also, I do a lot of business, and they will literally help you through. They will give you recommendations. They will even tell you where you should live. A lot of the places that I choose to live, I was advised by my academic advisor. Hey, move here, move here, move here. You'll be able to concentrate better. Hey, talk to this person. Even when you're working a job, I have a lot of friends. I always tell them, if you're in school, get a good guidance counselor that you feel understands you. Tell them everything. I mean, trauma dump on them. They will literally put you on. They will tell you, talk to this person at your job. Don't trust this person. Write this. I would even, and everyone knows, I would even have meetings where I will send these academic advisors my emails and say, I am having trouble with this one person. Can you please help me understand these emails? They will rewrite the whole email for me. Like, thank you, Chief, for asking. Please, if you are going the academic route, do not be shy to ask for help. That's what they're there for. So that's a little bit about my journey. If you have more questions, you can find me on LinkedIn, Chakati Sterling, and I will catch you guys on the podcast. Bye.
Fuck. Like